Toyota just revealed a 6-wheeled camper that crawls over terrain no normal RV could survive, then pampers you like a 5-star suite once you park. This is the 2026 Toyota 6x6 luxury camper, and it might be the most extreme rig the brand has ever badged. Beat 1. The 6x6 drivetrain. Start with the part that turns heads before you even open the door. Most campers ride on 4 wheels and pray when the trail gets ugly. This one rolls on 6, putting power down across 3 axles for grip that simply refuses to quit. Deep mud, loose sand, rock-strewn climbs, none of it matters because the intelligent power distribution constantly shuffles torque to whichever wheels still have bite. Where a standard 4-wheel drive rig starts spinning and sinking, the 6x6 just keeps clawing forward. Think about what that actually unlocks. The trails most campers turn around on become the trails you push straight through, that washed-out forest road after a storm, the soft beach approach that swallows tires whole, the rutted mountain track nobody else will touch. All of it opens up. 6 contact patches mean that even if 2 wheels lose grip entirely, you've still got 4 more digging in and pulling you out. That extra axle isn't a gimmick. It's the difference between making camp in a spot nobody else can reach and calling a tow truck from the middle of nowhere. Beat 2, powertrain and towing. Under the hood is where things get serious. Toyota dropped in a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 hybrid that pushes somewhere around 500 horsepower and a stout 650 pound-feet of torque. That's not camper math, that's heavy hauler math. You can drag a trailer full of toys up a mountain pass without the engine breaking a sweat. And because the hybrid system fills in the gaps, you're sipping fuel instead of guzzling it like the old gas-hungry land yachts. More range, fewer stops, more time actually exploring. Here's why that torque figure matters so much out in the wild. Low-end grunt is what gets a heavy rig moving from a dead stop on a steep, loose incline. Exactly the situation where weaker engines stall and slide backward. With 650 pound-feet on tap almost immediately, this thing just leans into the climb and goes. The hybrid setup adds a second trick too, because the electric motors deliver instant torque the moment you touch the pedal, giving you fine throttle control when you're inching over a boulder field. It's the rare machine that's brutal off the line, controlled at crawling speed and gentle on your wallet at the pump all at once. Beat 3, exterior design and suspension. Walk around the outside and the thing practically dares the trail to try something. Aggressive stance, reinforced steel bumpers, and ground clearance tall enough to step over obstacles that would gut a lesser vehicle. The clever trick is the adaptive air suspension, letting you jack the ride height up for the rough stuff or drop it back down for the highway. That's a bigger deal than it sounds. Crank it up and you clear deep ruts and tall rocks without scraping the underbody. Drop it low and the center of gravity settles, so highway miles feel planted instead of tippy and nerve-wracking. Up top, a full-width LED light bar turns the blackest night into daylight, which matters when you're setting up camp long after sunset or picking your way down an unfamiliar trail. Integrated solar panels quietly bank energy the entire time you drive, topping off your batteries before you've even stopped. It looks like something built for the apocalypse, but it'll still roll into a campground without scaring the neighbors too badly. Beat 4, luxury interior. Now climb inside, because this is where the whole personality flips. The brawler out front hides a genuine luxury suite in the back. Premium leather seats, real wood accents, and ambient lighting wrap the cabin in something closer to a boutique hotel than a truck. There's a full kitchenette with an induction cooktop, a smart fridge, and a compact oven, so you're cooking real meals instead of choking down cold cans over a tiny camp stove. Picture pulling into a remote overlook at the end of a long day, searing a proper dinner on the induction top while the sun drops behind the mountains. The dining area folds down into a sleeping zone, and a king-size bed waits in the rear for the kind of night sleep tents can only dream about. No roots in your back, no zipping yourself into a damp sleeping bag, just a real mattress in a climate-controlled room that happens to be parked in the wilderness. Rugged on the outside, indulgent on the inside, that's the entire pitch, and it's pulled off better here than almost anything else on the market. Beat 5, tech and power system. Tech lovers, this one's for you. A massive 15-inch touchscreen runs the whole show, from climate to navigation, and it answers to your voice when your hands are full. The smart home integration means you can dim the lights, nudge the temperature, or check the security cameras straight from your phone, even when you're parked 100 miles from the nearest town. That connectivity changes how you use the vehicle. Step away to hike a ridge, and you can still keep an eye on your base camp from your wrist or your pocket. Come back after dark, and the cabin's already warm and lit the way you like it. Worried about keeping it all alive out there? A beefy onboard lithium battery teams up with the roof solar to keep the lights on and the fridge cold long after you've left the grid behind. No generator droning in the background, no rationing power like it's your last gallon of water. The system just quietly refills itself off the sun every day you're out there. It's basically a connected smart apartment that happens to climb mountains. Beat 6, safety and who it's for. Safety didn't get left in the garage either. The driver assist package brings adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and 360-degree cameras that make threading this giant through tight trails far less terrifying. Those cameras earn their keep the first time you're squeezing between trees on a narrow track with a drop-off on one side. The real headliner, though, is the built-in satellite communication system. When your adventure takes you somewhere cell towers have never heard of, you can still call for help, and out in true backcountry that isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. So who's this beast actually for? If you're the overlander who refuses to choose between capability and comfort, this is your rig. If you want to chase wild landscapes while still sleeping in 5-star comfort, this is your rig. And if you've spent years staring at hardcore off-roaders wishing just one of them felt like somewhere you'd actually want to live, this is your rig. Toyota built a machine that erases the line between adventure vehicle and luxury retreat entirely. Toyota hasn't dropped the official price yet, but make no mistake, a rig this capable and this refined is going to land firmly in premium territory. For the people who can swing it though, this isn't just another vehicle, it's a whole new way to live on the road. So what do you think of this 6-wheeled monster? Would you take it on an epic cross-country run? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the latest in automotive innovation.